This is not an official OTP, but this is just me kind of coming on here just to talk about what's going on in the wrestling world because I feel like it's going crazy right now. Like myself, I feel like I'm going crazy. But here it is. This is OTP State of Emergency. This is your boy Maddogg wearing your Usos shirt. You know I've been with the Usos since day one. I'm all about everything Samoan. But enough of that jibber jabber. We're gonna talk about what's going on in WWE. If you're not caught up, I know a lot of people are casual fans, and especially people that follow me, they aren't really caught up with what's going on in wrestling. They haven't been for 15 to 20 years. But if you are a wrestling fan, you should know the names of Cody Rhodes. You should know the names of The Rock, Roman Reigns. These are current people. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the ramifications of everything that's going on with the Royal Rumble, the road to WrestleMania. We're going to be talking about some of the Vince McMahon allegations. We're going to touch on that. I ain't trying to get too much into that. But the main thing I want to talk about is last night, WWE SmackDown came from Birmingham, Alabama. And if you hear some background noise, that's just my dogs playing. They're joining me today. We got Moxie back there, and we got Chance back there. But anyway, state of emergency. Roman Reigns showed up to Birmingham, Alabama. And I can't be mad at that. He showed up to Atlanta. They didn't give us barely anything because it was like the road to WrestleMania, road to Royal Rumble. So, of course, road to WrestleMania shows are going to be a little bit bigger. Roman came out there and absolutely destroyed Seth Rollins. Like, if you're not aware, Seth Rollins is the champion on Raw, and Seth Rollins just cut a promo on the other championship, which is on SmackDown, which is the WWE Championship, which was the Undisputed Championship, but they since renamed it to the WWE Championship. And a lot of fans have been saying that Seth Rollins has been carrying around a consolation belt because no one who's been challenging for this title has been able to beat Roman Reigns, who has held this championship for going on 4 years now. I think it's more than 4 years. Anyway, he's heading towards the Hulk Hogan record, which is like 1,400 days or something like that. So Seth Rollins, he got on the mic on Monday, and he pretty much was like, hey, Cody, I know you won the Royal Rumble, so you have your chance to choose either one of us. Here's why you shouldn't choose Roman's championship. The championship that Roman is holding is the Hollywood Championship. It's the Hulk Hogan Championship. It's the Politic Championship. He was saying some good stuff. You know, he was saying that basically anybody who holds that championship that Roman has is just that, you know, that the one who's always the face of the company, but not really the one who is the workhorse champion, the blue collar champion. He was trying to goad Cody to choose him because he was comparing that championship to the Workers' Championship, where people like Dusty Rhodes would have wanted this championship, or I don't know. It was kind of hit or miss because you're thinking about the lineage of the World Heavyweight Championship as opposed to the NWA. I get where he was trying to bring in the NWA and the WCW Championship kind of into that fold, but as a World Heavyweight Championship in WWE, it's always been kind of like, you know, whatever. It was whoever. It was kind of like the second guy, or sometimes it was the biggest star, arguably, especially in the times when they didn't really have a big star anymore, when The Rock and everybody else left for Hollywood. Triple H carried that title forever, and it was kind of like the Roman Reigns show, but worse. Triple H was arguably a worse champion than Roman. I'll put that on everything. But we're not talking about Triple H right now. We're not talking about that. But still, so it left Cody. The last words of his promo was like, "I'll think about it," and it kind of soured on me. I was like, why would Cody think about challenging for this championship? I get that they want to bring The Rock back for this big headline match at WrestleMania in Philly. The Rock versus Roman, cousins versus cousin, battle for the tribal chief, all that stuff. That makes sense. That's all good and dandy. But, like, I just don't feel that the way they handled that promo kind of gave Cody value in his Royal Rumble win. Like he's back to back the Royal Rumble, winner. Now, if he would have made that decision on his own without Seth kind of tearing the other title down and trying to pretty much beg Cody to challenge him, because that's what it came off as, I feel like it would have been a little bit better. But let's fast forward to SmackDown, which is what we're talking about now, because SmackDown just went off yesterday, and I've had some time to digest it. So Roman comes out and absolutely destroys Seth Rollins. Like there's no way that somebody cleared this. And maybe they did, but this is it just completely, not only it devalued Seth Rollins as a champion, it restated what all the fans have been thinking about that championship that he's carrying as the consolation prize. He literally laid it out and said Seth Rollins is the number 2. He is the number 2, and everybody who's challenging for that title is challenging for the number 2 spot, because that championship is not the WWE championship. It's the championship that Triple H created so that fans wouldn't complain about Roman Reigns being gone. And Roman pretty much put everything out on the line. He made everything feel real. He said, Seth Rollins, in the 3 months that you held the title, has it been 3 months? I feel like it's been longer, but for the time that Seth Rollins has held the title, he broke his back. Like he hasn't been, if he's a fighting champion, he broke his back fighting for that championship. Like it was pretty good. You gotta watch the promo. But another thing he said, he was saying that Seth Rollins was trying to tear down the championship, but he was like, this is the championship. This is, the championship that Roman is carrying is the championship that Seth Rollins was fighting for, is the championship that all the other challengers were fighting for, but they couldn't win it. So, and Roman, made some good points saying that, hey, Cody, if you choose to face the number 2, I'm not going to beg you to. Like, you can either choose to face the number 2 champion, or you can, man up and try to fight me again. And Cody came out, and Cody, Cody's a good promo. Very great. He can get any crowd behind him these days. I don't know what was going on in AEW. That fan base is kind of, something else. But Cody, he's beloved. So he comes out and he reinstates his purpose. Like, hey, the story is not just me taking that title from you. The story is me defeating you and taking everything from you. The cameraman, the crowd, everything that you say that you own, I'm taking all that from you. And he was like, and I'm going to take it, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania. So Cody has completely dismissed what everybody wanted him to do when he won the Royal Rumble, is to face Roman in the Part 2 match to get his get back. And yeah, it just kind of leaves you empty. It's like, okay, we know what's coming next. We know who's coming out next. The Rock's music hits, and that's the story now. That's the story going forward. The Rock will be facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It's the biggest match that the WWE could do. I completely understand it. I just don't like how they're getting to it right now. And I'm very much a proponent of letting the beat build. And what that means for people who don't understand music or understand that type of reference is, you kind of let that slow burn happen. You let the story kind of build up. You don't just jump to conclusions when something gets thrown out, out of left field. You just kind of let things build up so that you can be more satisfied. Like, we immediately jump down people's throats in wrestling when stuff happens when we don't want it to happen. Like, everybody wanted CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. Well, not everyone, not me, because I'm not a big CM Punk fan. But people were clamoring for CM Punk to win because he just came back to the company. He was like the hottest thing since sliced bread. The whole internet, the night that Cody won back to back. And then it turns out CM Punk was injured. We didn't know if that was part of the plan in general, but CM Punk got injured like basically immediately, as soon as he came into the ring. Not as soon as he came to the ring, but it wasn't too long before he was injured by a future shock DDT from Drew McIntyre, and yeah, it changed the plan. I mean, maybe it didn't change the plans for WrestleMania. I think the plans was CM Punk versus Seth Rollins would have been main event in night one. So I guess they're trying to go with Cody versus Seth WrestleMania, which is cool because they have history there. They do have history. Cody has beaten Seth Rollins every time though, so that kind of puts, if Seth loses again, Seth is just a perennial loser compared to Cody. And if Seth beats Cody, the fans are not gonna they're not gonna like that. But anyway, so The Rock comes out, and now you get the stare down between The Rock and Roman Reigns, and the aura is there at least. But I saw the reactions on YouTube. I see the reactions on Twitter. I see the reactions on Facebook, everywhere, TikTok. Everybody's grilling this because they don't like how it was presented. Their presentation of this it's all wrong. Why have Cody win back-to-back Royal Rumbles, make such a big deal about the story every week, every month, just to have The Rock come back and take his spot? And he just brushes to the side. He's like, yeah, I'm going to finish my story, but it's not going to be at WrestleMania. And then he just walks away like, no. You just said in interviews that you weren't going to let somebody take your spot. And now somebody is taking your spot. The Rock, who recently has come back as of last year, and now he's actually a board member on the board of the board of directors for TKO, and he's taking that spot, and you can already kind of see his influence. Hold on, I think I'm gonna pause for